Hey guys, I got another review for you today. It's of the WeTech 4.3 CQB Master semi-automatic gas blowback pistol. This one is obviously the one that runs on green gas propane, made by WE or WE, whatever you want to call it. Full metal, I got it for just above $100 at my local Airsoft store. Pretty much a comparable price to online. I really like it so far. It's pretty good. It shoots well, pretty consistently. So let's get into the review. Hope you like it, guys. First of all, this gun shoots at around 300 to 320 feet per second consistently at the beginning of your magazine, because obviously you're going to lose some gas and lose some power as well, as you all know. Gas consumption is not too great on this, just because it does have a big metal slide. So the big metal slide has to have some gas to push back, and it obviously takes quite a bit compared to something rather than, like a plastic slide or a lighter one that would take a lot less gas. So you can get a little more than a whole magazine for one, fill up of gas. I've just been using green gas right now. I'll probably end up getting some propane with an adapter and some silicone oil. When the magazine is out of BBs, the slide locks back in a position like this. It goes back pretty far since it is a 1911, showing quite a bit of the outer barrel, which is nice chrome. And then, of course, the orange tip that does have the threaded tips that you can put a silencer on there. Another cool feature of this gun is the tactical rail underneath the front of the gun. It is, when you get it, a bit wobbly, but you can always tighten that if you take it apart. There's a little screw underneath it on the inside. Just twist that and that'll tighten it, or loosen it if you really want to just take it off. The slide catch is also very functional. It locks back the slide, obviously, when you run out of bullets. And then you can lock it back if you just want to put it back there anyway, put a new magazine in, do whatever. I still haven't figured out how to exactly take apart the gun, because I haven't, I just pretty much got it a couple days ago. The trigger has a nice silver finish, has a nice tread on the inside, while it has 3 holes in the middle. I don't know exactly what the tactical portion of that is, but it does look really cool, so I think it's just for looks rather than functionality. The safety is also right behind the grip. It is right here. It is this black piece. To put it on safe, flip that up. It's on safe. Flip it back down. Now it's not. Well, it is in kind of a problem spot, and it's not very strong. If you can see, I flip it up really easily, and then it goes down a lot easier than it goes up. So it's not that useful. A feature that I really like on the gun is the grips. The grips are just made of an ABS plastic with a little tread you can see with little ovals in it. I really like it, and plus you can remove it, just take off these 2 screws. It feels comfortable. A 1911 is slimmer than any other gun. This adds a little more to it. If you have really small hands, you might want to get smaller ones, but I think it'll fit every hand possible. Another thing on the grip is some tread down here on this part. It's just a nice tread, goes on your bottom 3 fingers when you're holding the gun. Just gives you another thing to hold on to, and is, just a nice thing to have. You have another grip trigger safety shown here, which is this black piece here. What it does is when it's not in, you can't pull the trigger back all the way. I can only get it that far and it locks. When you're holding the gun, this is pressed back. Only goes in a little bit. It's no problem. It's, something that it's going to happen if you grip the gun anyway. So pretty much this whole piece moves down, and that means you can fire the gun and pull the trigger. It's another just safety feature that's actually on the real guns. It's actually really nice. It doesn't do anything really for me other than it prevents firing unwanted things when it's in your holster or whatever you want. It's a nice feature. It's good to have. Just a smart way to put another safety on the gun. The hammer on this gun is functional and is made of metal. It's a nice feature to have. It doesn't do anything really tactically to the gun. It's just there to look realistic. So it can go half back. Click right there. You can't fire in this position. I'm not sure exactly what that does. It might be a feature on the real gun that they just added here. But when it's there, you can't do anything unless you pull it all the way back, in which now it's ready to fire. And then when you fire, slams back. It's all metal pieces, so you don't have to worry about, wear on that like on other guns. It's just a nice, cool feature that makes the gun a little bit more realistic. The magazine on this gun is fairly slim, kind of like the real magazines for the 1911. It is, just a thin magazine that fits in a thin grip of a gun. which works. It holds, I'm pretty sure, 11 to 13 rounds if you want to put those in. You put in the BBs at the small hole down here after you've pulled the spring down with the the little plastic piece that sticks down there. From the side, just rectangular little holes that hold the gun in. Then there's just this little metal piece on the bottom, which is it's a little bit wobbly, but it doesn't really do much to the performance of the magazine. You fill the gun with gas through the magazine, which is the hole at the bottom of the magazine, as you can see here. You put the nozzle of the gas canister inside and push on it. The gas will flow into the magazine. A little will leak, but that is fine. That's going to happen. And just hold it for a couple seconds until you can pretty much tell when it's full. This gun does have a sling adapter at the bottom of the grip, but right to the side of the magazine. I don't really use slings with pistols. Other people do. I guess for CQB it can be tactical, but that's just there. It's a nice metal piece, so it's not going anywhere. The sights on this gun are fairly good. I do like them. They are pretty accurate. Standard 1911 sights. Other than they do have 2 white dots on the back, on the rear sight, because that just helps visibility. And then the front sight has a little red dot. It's a bit out of focus there, but it's still, you can see mostly what it's about. These are pretty good sights. I like them. If you've ever held a 1911 before, you know what they're like. They're both metal, and then the rear one is removable, and I think you can just take it off and put up whatever you want on it with just a screw, and that's all you need to do. The mag release button is shown in this picture. It is right behind the trigger, that little black circle next to the hand grip. You just give it a little press and the magazine falls right out. It's, nothing's really stuck in there, but it does hold the magazine well. There's a nice metal part in there which holds in one of the holes of the magazine. So it's not going anywhere. There's no cheap parts on it, and you can actually trust to put your magazine in, slide it in. You don't have to really tap it very much. You can just keep it in there and then slide it out with ease. Well guys, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the review this time. I don't think I'll be getting any new guns for a while, but just tell me if you want any other videos on any of the guns I have, anything I do have, or give me suggestions on anything small I could buy. You never know. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks.